So finally, many people got their brand new MacBook laptops with the all new Apple M1 chip. And to be honest, we have seen a lot of reviews as of today, and in a day, like there are so many reviews out on YouTube about these laptops, but yet many people are like confused. And to be honest, there is like mixed opinion online about these chipsets, the Apple M1. Many people say that this chipset is pretty good and they are pretty happy with it. And many people also say that Intel was better for them. So in this video, I'll be comparing the Apple M1 chip with that of Intel Core i5 10th generation processor. So this is the same processor that comes with the MacBook Air early 2020, and even this MacBook is still available on sale, and on Apple website we can see two versions. So the first version is their in-house Apple M1 chip, and they are also selling another version that comes with the i5 10th generation processor. Hey guys, all about technology 24/7 here. If you like this video, then I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you receive all the latest updates from my channel. Also like this video if you did. Let's now get started. So speaking about the Apple M1 chip, as we have seen from the reviews today, it's pretty capable processor, I should say, but there are a few limitations too, like you cannot expand your memory, and for some reason via the Thunderbolt port you cannot attach external GPUs, and yes, even some of the applications aren't compatible with the Apple M1 chip yet. Many applications like even Photoshop will take time in order to get optimized for the M1. Still, it's not an issue, like I have seen reviews and it's working pretty well on the M1. And there are some applications which are not working too, like you are not able to use it, but it's pretty rare, like hardly you will find such applications, but still there are a few apps that are not running on the M1 as of now. So talking about M1, as we have already seen it, it's a 8-core processor based on big little configuration, high power cores and small cores like high efficiency cores. And yes, it's pretty battery efficient processor, I should say, 5nm FinFET process. So talking about the Core i5 processor, the 10th generation i5 processors are pretty optimized too, and here we get 4 cores, 8 threads. We don't get 8 cores like the Apple M1 here, and the processor frequency of the M1 was 3.25 GHz, and even still today we are not able to say that whether this processor boosts or not, because even in the Geekbench and Cinebench results we haven't seen this processor boosting. But with the Intel Core i5 10th generation, the base frequency is 1.1 GHz and the max turbo frequency is 3.7 GHz here. So definitely in terms of processor count, Apple M1 is way ahead with those 8 cores and big little configuration. But Intel Core i5, that's what it is, 4-core processor, 8 threads. So next thing on list is the graphics. The Apple M1 comes with an 8-core GPU here, and Apple says that this GPU is very much optimized and it's like 3x to 5x better than onboard GPUs that comes with other chipsets. And to be honest, in real world usage, this GPU is pretty promising, because I have seen like people rendering videos on the Adobe Premiere Pro and other softwares, and it was buttery smooth, I should say, no issues whatsoever, even though these applications aren't optimized to run on M1 yet, but still it was running absolutely well. So I can safely say that even with the Apple M1, you will get pretty damn good graphic performance, that's for sure. So talking about the graphics on the Intel Core i5, we get Intel's Iris Plus graphics here, and this is one of the optimized graphics from Intel. Yes, obviously with the 11th generation Intel Core processors, these graphics are further more optimized, but even these graphics are pretty good, Intel Iris Plus graphics. So comparing the graphic performance of both of these processors, definitely Apple M1 has got better graphics than Intel, that's for sure. Still, if you are going for the i5 processor just because you can connect an external GPU via the Thunderbolt port, then yes, definitely i5 processor MacBook Air is better for you. But if you aren't planning to connect any external GPUs and you are like what you get on the laptop itself, then Apple M1 has got better graphics for sure. So talking about the onboard cache on the Apple M1, the high performance cores have got 192 KB of instruction cache and 128 KB of data cache, and it shares a 12 MB of L2 cache on the high performance cores, whereas the low performance cores has got 128 KB of instruction cache and 64 KB of data cache, and it shares 4 MB of L2 cache here. This is what it is, the onboard cache on the Apple M1. So talking about the onboard cache on the Intel Core i5 processor, we have got 6 MB of onboard cache, that's it, 6 MB of onboard cache. So definitely onboard cache is better on the Apple M1 chip. So talking about the FinFET process that is based for the Apple M1 is based on 5nm FinFET process, which means less heat and also less battery consumption. That's pretty dope. Talking about the FinFET process of the Core i5 10th generation, it's based on 10nm FinFET process, double than Apple M1. So yeah, obviously this will produce more heat when compared to Apple M1, and it will also consume more battery life when we talk about Apple M1. So definitely if you're looking for like much more battery life and less heat, Apple M1 chip is to go with. So now comes the real question, which laptop to go for? MacBook Air that comes with M1 or MacBook Air that comes with i5 processor? Let me talk about some of the limitations with the Apple M1 chip. As you have already seen, Apple M1 comes with its inbuilt RAM and you cannot expand RAM. Whatever you get from factory, that's it. Like if you're buying 8GB RAM model, that's it, you cannot expand it. If you're going for 16GB version, that's it, you cannot expand it further. But that's not the case with the Intel Core i5 processor laptop, that's the MacBook Air. You can expand RAM for sure. And talking about connectivity, you have Thunderbolt ports on both of these, but the difference is that you cannot connect an external GPU on the Apple M1 based MacBook, whereas you can connect external GPUs on the Intel based MacBook. That's the major difference here. So if you are a user who connects external graphic cards onto your laptop, then Intel processor MacBook is the one you should buy. Whereas if you buy M1 processor MacBook, you'll be disappointed with this because you cannot connect that. And talking about the app compatibility, as of now, some of the applications aren't running on the M1, but most of them are working absolutely well. Like in day-to-day usage, what you will be using, Photoshop or Adobe Premiere Pro, etc. All of these are working pretty well on the Apple M1 chip. And as per me, this is not a major issue, guys, because within few months, these issues will be sorted out and we will have all the apps optimized for the M1. So this is not an issue at all. Another major difference that comes with MacBook Air Intel versus the M1 processor is that with the M1 processor MacBook Air, you don't get any cooling fan on it. Yes, there is no cooling fan whatsoever, whereas you get cooling fan on the Intel Core i5 version. So this is because like Apple claims that their processor is much more efficient and it produces less thermals, but as of now we are not really sure whether this processor will thermally throttle when you like use extensively. But as of now, what I have seen online, it's not the case. Like I haven't seen any videos or any claims of any user saying that the Apple MacBook Air that comes with M1 processor is thermally throttling. So that's not the case as of now, but in long term, we cannot guarantee it. So the end conclusion would be that if you're not worried about the connectivity of external GPUs, also if you're not worried about the thermal performance, and also if you're not worried about like expandability based on RAM and other things like compatibility as of now, you can definitely buy the MacBook Air that comes with the Apple M1 chip. And I will also recommend it because I have seen this chip as pretty capable chip and it will be further optimized via software updates too. And if you are a person who are looking to connect external GPUs and in long run you will be looking to expand memory and stuff, then you will have to go for the i5 based MacBook Air even today. But I will not recommend it as of now because the processor is not as powerful as the Apple M1 chip. So that's for sure. So guys, this was a quick little video comparing the Core i5 10th generation MacBook Air with that of Apple M1 MacBook Air. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Also do follow me on Instagram, link is in the description or it's appearing somewhere on the display. This is all about technology 24/7. Signing off for the moment. You guys have a great day. Peace.